Hello everyone, this is Yizhang speaking. Welcome to my presentation. The topic is about the use of the first language in the classroom facilitates the second language learning, which is also an assessment of the course SLAT7852. Let's see what interesting points I found from this assessment. When you see this photo, what comes in your mind first? The class is a disaster, right? Suppose you are the teacher, and you need to make the students calm down. Do you prefer to use students' first language or the second language? Well, that's worth thoughtful consideration. In the context of learning English as a second language, there always exists the controversy whether teachers should exclusively use the second language or, at the same time, make use of students' first language in the second language classroom. According to question, language are learned most effectively when learners are exposed to lots of comprehensible input in context of real communication. Turnbull then argued that the classroom is the only opportunity for learners to be exposed to the target language. And the teachers is most often the sole linguistic models for the students and is therefore the main source of L2 input. As a result, exclusive or maximal use of the L2 should be advocated. However, as indicated by Ho and Cook, L1 use in the classroom is realistic, practical, and of great value in multiple pedagogical functions. Thereby, L1 use could not be dismissed in the L2 classroom. Likewise, various scholars claim that a judicial use of L1 in the classroom facilitates L2 learning. Let's see how the L1 was effectively used for various functions in the L2 classroom. Firstly, L1 is widely used in L2 vocabulary translation to effectively increase vocabulary size and promote comprehension. Teachers and students also rely on L1 to comprehend L2 meta-language for complex grammatical terms. Secondly, teachers employ L1 to gain students' attention, maintain disciplined behaviors, and explain task instructions to assist L2 classroom management and discipline control. Both teachers and students use L1 as scaffolding to sustain the consistency of communication in the L2 classroom. Both teachers and students use L1 as a scaffolding to sustain the consistency of communication in the L2 classroom. Thirdly, L1 use helps build a rapport between students and teachers to create a comfortable L2 learning atmosphere, in which students can engage in L2 classroom activities and interaction more actively. L1 use can also reduce students' affective barriers by alleviating anxiety and thus increasing confidence in the L2 classroom. Well, does it mean a senseless interaction with L1 should be encouraged? Or the significance of exclusive use of L2 should be denied entirely? Of course, the answer is no. The value of L1 use should not be isolated to the L2. Instead, the connections with the pedagogical focus should be taken into consideration to support L2 learning. Firstly, the amount and frequency of L1 use should be carefully attended to based on the L2 learning purposes and goals. Secondly, teachers should have their individual perception of L1 use while remaining flexible when considering students' wants and needs. Thirdly, students' proficiency levels should be taken into consideration. In addition, it's necessary to provide both teachers and students with appropriate learning opportunities and scaffolding regarding the judicious use of L1 due to the complex circumstances around the individuals and the classrooms. Moreover, when applying L1 use, teachers and students should receive training concerning the amount and purposes of L1 use. Finally, reflections for teachers are also helpful to further improve their actual practices of L1 use. For instance, through video recording, teachers are able to develop an awareness of the different roles of the L1. In summary, I believe if we realize the significance of L1 use in L2 learning, as well as how L1 is being used in L2 learning contexts, as the future teachers, I would like to leave you some questions. What is the educational policy of language use in the classroom in your country? Do you think it's practical and beneficial to use the L1 in the classroom and your future teaching contexts? If no, why not? If yes, how will you use the L1 to facilitate L2 learning? These are the references that I used. And this is the end of this presentation. Thank you for your watching.